Hello, my friends. Hello, it's Matthew Street, and welcome to my channel once again. And folks, what do you know? 2 videos in one day, plus a test live chat this morning. How can you beat it, right? You can go check that out if you want. You can watch me rambling for 50 minutes. But anyway, folks, the Beatles. The Beatles. The Beatles. Wow. I've always wished, I know it's a crazy fantasy in my silly little mind, that when I hear about the excitement of their shows at the Star Club, at the Cavern, oh, those early rocking shows in early 63 through late 63 in the UK, when they went over to Sweden in late 63. Of course, the arrival in America, Washington Coliseum, anyone? Oh my goodness. The summer tour of 64 here in the United States. Then again in 65, and then their final big world tour in 66. I've always wished I could have a time machine. I know, I'm being silly. But I've always wished that, folks. I just say, just for a moment, if I could, because I know, especially some of those 65 and 66 stadium tours, stadium shows, not every ticket was sold. So I could get a time machine and I could go back and there'd be some tickets available. I could have the time machine drop me off right, behind the dumpster, behind the stadium, woo, just like in Star Trek, I appear like, the, what was it called? The transporter. And all of a sudden I come in, I'm behind the dumpster so no one sees me. I come out, I run to the ticket box, get myself a ticket, go to my little seat. I don't care if it's up in the nosebleed section, and just sit there and bask in the glory of a Beatles concert. Just to be there and see it, experience it, the sights, the sounds. It would be amazing, wouldn't it? Oh, boy, do you ever do that like I do? I just think about stuff like that. That's me, I think about Beatles situations that I wish I could be in. Crazy, I know. But anyway, folks, there's so many shows I have on fan club only releases, if you know what I mean. Get my drift? And they're wonderful. I've been collecting them since the 70s with the Hollywood Bowl. First one I got like early 70s, 50 years old. It's an old beat up vinyl, but Hollywood Bowl 64 show. And then I've got, remember the old kind of weird one called Live at Whiskey Flats? I got that one somewhere. I've got them all, folks. And then, of course, when CDs came out in the late 80s and early 90s, I started getting CDs. Well, I had CD packages from 2 shows that I really dig. For some reason, these 2 shows really float my boat. I'm talking about the famous show at the Indianapolis State Fairgrounds from the 64 tour. And then there was the one from Atlanta Stadium on the 65 tour. I've always loved those 2 shows. And don't mind my dog, by the way. And I've always loved those shows, and I have them on CD, but they're sketchy. The packaging's very limited on those early CDs, and there's some nice pictures, and the sound's what it is. It's pretty good. On the 65 show, it's listenable, and on the 64 show at Indiana State Fairgrounds, it's pretty listenable. But I recently happened to be online, and every once in a while I surf around. I'm looking for things, and I got these 2 CDs for short money. Now, I can't tell you exactly where I got them. I can't do that. I've gotten in some trouble before. Not trouble, but people have kind of said to me, hey, can you kind of keep it on the low down, Matt? They don't want their name or who they are out there. But I went online, just go online and search Beatles, Indianapolis State Fair, live concert CD, or search Beatles 65 Atlanta show on CD, and you'll probably find these things. But what I loved about these, why I got them, is one, the money was very low. I mean, for these 2 little CD packages I'm going to show and share with you today, the money was very, very low. They were not expensive at all. And the packaging was head and shoulders above the CDs that I already had. Now, the sound quality is about the same as far as the show goes. However, on these 2 packages I'm going to show you today, you get a little bit more. You get more interview stuff. On my older CDs of the Indianapolis show, Indianapolis State Fair 64 and Atlanta 65, you just get the show. That's it. The quality's about the same on both, but you just got the show on my older CDs. On these CDs, you get a lot of interview material. You get a lot of press conference stuff. You get some stuff with Larry Kane during that period. So it's great in that sense that you get the shows and you get extended interviews and press conference stuff. So it fleshes out the CDs a little more. So let's look them over. I want to show them to you, share them with you. First one's the Indianapolis State Fairgrounds Live in '64. Has a pretty cool cover on it, I think. Here's the back. And I'll hold it up. Hopefully, that translates. You can see what's on there. You get an interview in the beginning, and the introduction at the beginning of this one is actually an interview, and then you get an interview at the end. All right. Now, what is so cool, though? Here's the inside packaging. Nice custom label on the Indianapolis State Fair show. Love that custom label. Okay, that's pretty much it. It's not really a booklet. But what was cool about this was you got 3 little extras with the Indianapolis State Fair one. You got a replica of an invitation to the press conference. All right, I'm hoping that translates for you. You can freeze it. A mini replica of the show poster. Mini, I know, but still cool to have in a little CD package like this, don't you think? All right. And a mini replica of the actual ticket to the show. Now, this is the afternoon show. I believe there was another show as well, an evening show or later in the day. There was. So that's the replica ticket. But, folks, I got to tell you, good little package. Again, the show quality is about the same what we've always gotten in the past. It's listenable, it's cool, it rocks, but the sound quality hasn't been improved that much yet, in my opinion. If you know of a better source to get a better sound, let me know. But anyway, that's a good little one to get. And the second one is called Live in Atlanta '65, The Beatles. Here's the cover. Image from Help, the movie Help, as the front cover. Very nice. Here's the back. Now, in this one, you'll notice you get a lot of interview stuff. You get like 2 or 3 tracks in the beginning of interviews and press conference stuff. You get one at the end with Larry Kane. Larry always does a great job. He's just a great interviewer and whatnot. Oh, I'm sorry. I was backwards on it, just so you know. The stuff, it looks like the stuff, Larry Kane. No, it is with Larry Kane. I apologize. I couldn't see it. Yeah, Larry Kane, see down the bottom, and there's some interview stuff in the beginning. Great, great, great stuff. So you're getting a lot of interview stuff on this '65 one. And again, as you open it up, you get a nice custom label again. Again, with the image from the movie Help. And you get a nice little dissertation about the show in Atlanta. I will leave it there. And if you want to try to freeze and read, you're welcome to. Okay, I'm doing the best I can with it. Okay, hope you were able to capture some of that. So you get a nice little dissertation about the show, their arrival, what time they got there, what they did. It's short but sweet, but it gives you some good details, a lot of detail. And with this one, you only got 2 extras, but they're pretty cool. You get an advertisement about Beatle Day on Wednesday, August 18th. It was 3 days after Shea Stadium, and how to get to the show by shuttle, and a guy wearing a Beatle wig on there. A cool little mini poster about the shuttle to get to the Beatles show on Beatle Day. Very cool little replica, mini. And then a cool replica of the actual show ticket. So very cool stuff to get those little extras in these packages that you don't normally see in a CD package like this. So folks, these are 2 shows. I've always loved having them on CD. Again, the quality is what it is. It's still very listenable in my opinion. I've had these for years on other fan club only issues, and they're great, but the packaging was, meh, okay, a picture on the front, picture on the back, and not much else. These are nice. I really like the custom labels. I like the covers. I like the way they've been laid out, and I like the free little inserts you get with them as well. I think that's a nice touch. So, folks, something to think about. Again, search engine, Beatles Indianapolis State Fair, '64, Beatles Atlanta '65 show. Check them out. Price was right. Good luck finding them, and enjoy if you do get them. That's it, folks. Another short, quick video for you. Love you all. I'll be back again very soon. Who knows? Maybe live. You never know.